Hi everybody, welcome to this day in history. We are talking about what happened this day in history on December 24th. Lots of really cool things, by the way. It's a great day today. Merry Christmas to everybody. And here we go. So it is the 358th day of the year. 7 days until the end of the year. Now, in the events, in 640, Pope John IV was elected. In 820, Emperor Leo V was assassinated in the Hagia Sophia in Constantinople and succeeded by Michael II. In 1294, Pope Boniface VIII was elected, replacing St. Clementine V, who resigned. That did not happen all the time, but it did happen. The plot of Rue Saint Nicaise fails to kill Napoleon Bonaparte. That's in 1800. 1814, representatives of Britain and the United States signed the Treaty of Ghent, ending the War of 1812. In 1818, the first performance of Silent Night takes place in a church in St. Nicholas, Austria. In 1826, probably my favorite little piece of news, by the way. In 1826, the Eggnog Riot at the United States Military Academy begins that night, wrapping up the following morning. I got to know more about the Eggnog Riot of 1826. 1851, the Library of Congress burns. In 1865, the Ku Klux Klan is formed. 1906, Reginald Feddersen, I hope I said that right, transmits the first radio broadcast consisting of a poetry reading, a violin solo, and a speech. And look where we are now, making great podcasts for all you wonderful people. In 1911, the Lackawanna Cut-Off Railway line opens in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. In 1913, the Italian Hall disaster in Calumet, Michigan results in the deaths of 73 Christmas party recipients, including 59 children, when someone falsely yells fire. In 1914, World War I, the Christmas truce begins. 1924, Albania becomes a republic. In 1939, World War II, Pope Pius XII makes a Christmas Eve appeal for peace. In 1941, World War II, Kuching is conquered by Japanese forces. 1941, Benghazi is conquered by the British. 1942, a French monarchist assassinates the Admiral Francois Dartan in Algiers, Algeria. In 1943, General Dwight D. Eisenhower is named the Supreme Allied Commander for the invasion of Normandy, which of course happened in June of 44. In 1945, 5 of 9 children become missing after their home in Fayetteville, West Virginia is burned to the ground. 1951, Libya becomes independent from Italy. Iris I is proclaimed King of Libya. I always love Iris I, or any of the first one. I just think it's kind of funny. Vietnam War, the Viet Cong operatives bomb the Brinks Motel in Saigon, South Vietnam, to demonstrate they can strike an American installation in a heavily guarded capital. In 1968, the Apollo program, the crew of the Apollo 8 enters into the orbit around the moon, becoming the first humans to do so. They performed 10 lunar orbits and broadcast live TV pictures. 1969, the oil company Phillips Petroleum made the first oil discovery in the Norwegian sector of the North Sea. 1973, the District of Columbia Home Rule Act is passed, allowing residents of Washington, D.C. to elect their own government. 1974, Cyclone Tracy devastates Darwin, Australia. 1980, witnesses report the first of several sightings in unexplained lights near Woodbridge in Norfolk, England, in the United Kingdom. The incident, called Britain's Roswell. 1994, Air France Flight 8969 is hijacked over the course of 3 days. 3 passengers are killed, as are all 4 terrorists. Indian Airlines Flight 814 is hijacked in 1999, and it is landed in Kandahar in Afghanistan. The incident ended on the 31st of December, and we probably will cover that. And with the release of 190 survivors, 1 passenger died. In 2003, the Spanish police thwart an attempt to detonate 50 kilograms of explosives outside a station in Madrid. Chad declares a state of war against Sudan. Why do you do that on Christmas Eve? In 2008, the Lord's Resistance Army rebel group in Uganda begins a series of attacks of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, massacring more than 400. Wow. Alright, so we go to some births here today. We got lots of births. We got 2 deaths I wanna bring up. And that's Liz Smith, the very famous English actress, and Richard Adams, who was a very awesome English author. Both died in 2016. But now we're gonna go to birthdays. Galba, Roman emperor in 3 BC. He was born today. John, the King of England. Not John the First, John, King of England. I like that. Born in 1166. 1389, John V, the Duke of Brittany. Howard Hughes, born in 1905. Ava Gardner, born in 1922. George Patton IV, the General, born in 1923. Mary Higgins Clark, author, born in 1927. Lemmy from Motorhead, born in 1945. The Attorney General of the United States and former Senator Jeff Sessions, born in 1946. Kate Spade, the fashion designer, very famous, born in 1962. Dietrich Bader, hopefully I said that last name correctly. He is from one of the coolest shows on TV, American Housewife. Check him out on ABC. He was born in 1966. Ricky Martin, one of my favorite singers, born in 1971. Stephanie Meyer, born 1973. 1974, Ryan Seacrest was born. In 1979, Chris Hero, wrestler. Of course, I always put a pro wrestler in this, and there's a whole bunch of them. And it's his birthday, so happy birthday to Chris Hero. And born 1980 and celebrating his 37th birthday on this planet. None other than yours truly. I had to. It is my birthday today, and it's really awesome to have really cool people that were born on your birthday, like Lemmy from Motorhead. So, come on, people. Lemmy from Motorhead and freaking Ricky Martin. How can you get any better than that? Well, hey, General Patton. So, lots of really cool people were born on this day. Yours truly is one of them, and I do want to thank everyone for joining me today for this day in history. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a great New Year's or Christmas Eve. And if you guys are going on vacation, have a happy new year as well. It's going to be amazing. So, you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you here real soon on the Scott Show podcast.